because they will seek shelter during daytime. And as you guys can see, we've got ourselves a cute little fox sleeping here and a cute little fox sleeping here. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and I hope you're having a great day. We're back on Minecraft Pocket Edition, the Bedrock version, because today is a very good day, because finally released to the community is the 1.13 version. This is releasing over the next 24 hours to iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch. Now, if you guys want to check out all the changes, there is a changelog down below in the description and also at the top of the YouTube comment section. I'm going to be going through all the changes in today's video. It features foxes, brown mushrooms, item frames on the floor, more advanced structure blocks, and so many more changes. Now, of course, if you do enjoy today's video, guys, please be sure to hit that like button. I think this update's been in the work for like 6 months. It's the longest lasting beta. And as it does say on the Minecraft splash text here, it came from space. I actually think this update did come from space. So the first thing I want to show you guys is, of course, the character creator, because you can now have a custom cape. Now, of course, if you haven't got this already, just head over to the marketplace. Once you're on the marketplace, if it's not the main one, you're going to have to go for the search option. Now, during search, just type in cape or capes, and you will find it. It's this one. It's the Founder's Cape. It is completely free. Now, I'm not entirely sure how long they plan to keep this here, because obviously Minecon's no longer active anymore. Usually these things are only here for a limited time. So get it while you can. And I think millions have done it, but as you guys know, there are millions of people that play this version of Minecraft. So if you guys want to check this out for yourself, go through it in more detail. Some of the stuff's a little bit more expensive. The best way to do it is I'm just going to get rid of this skin. And I'm just going to get rid of this one, which is Alex. You can only start by default with Alex and Steve. So if you go to create character, it's randomized. It doesn't give you the option to choose Alex or Steve. For me, we're lucky here because we're going to be Steve. I'm a boy, so we're going to be Steve. Now, you have base changes here. So these changes can just be... Oh, you can have freckles. I don't think that was there last time. There's just some very, very basic things in here if you wanted to. I think I'm going to give Steve some freckles. We can change the hair. Now, some of these are completely free, but some of them will be purchasable. It's up to you to purchase them. We're going to give Steve a massive afro. I'm loving this one, dude. He doesn't look happy about it, but we can change his smile. We can change the eyes. We could give him one eye if we wanted to. We could give him really big eyes. We can give him... Yeah, we'll go with this one. Straight and tall eyes. Is that a wink face? Oh, dude, it's a wink. We can have a winking Steve. Yeah, I think a winking Steve is going to be the one to go for. A mouth. I want like, I kind of want just like a normal smile, you know? Why are none of these smiling? I just want a smiling Steve. What about this one? That looks smirk? That looks very strange. He's smirking onto his eye. What about this one? Yeah, a more shocked one, because he's shocked that the update is finally here. And it's been that long. He's even grown a beard because he's waited that long. We have the introduction of different arms as well. I purchased a couple of these during beta. It looks like they have carried over. So we can have a prosthetic arm there. I can also have another prosthetic arm, which is like a hook. We've got that one. Oh yeah, you can change it. You can have 2 of them if you really wanted to. But for this one, we're just going to keep it default. And then we go back. We have legs. So we'll just go with this leg. In fact, we're going to keep that one default. We're going to go to the other one. Yeah, we'll go with that. He's like a pirate, Steve, at the moment. And you can change the size. Now, I don't think this makes any difference on servers. They did say that this is all purely cosmetic-based. However, I think a smaller skin gives you a little bit more advantage than a bigger skin, right? Surely, yes? I mean, that's what I'm guessing so, but we'll go with a smaller one there. And then we can start to change the style, so we can give him a different top if we wanted to. There is tons and tons of things for you guys to mess around with. So I'm going to make my own skin now, and then we're just going to go into game and go through all the changes. Oh yeah, one thing I do want to mention while we're in here, guys, we do have back items. There will be a lot more of these introduced. You've got a wolf tail. We have fairy wings. And we also have spooky wings. Now, I think if you have any of these on, guys, they are going to interact with your cape. So it's going to be either a back item or a cape. And yeah, I gave Steve a pirate eye. But just to show you guys that we do have a cape available, there will be more capes introduced. I've gone with like a pickaxe on the front. You can just about see it underneath here. Anyway, let's go into game. So in this update, there was the introduction of a lot of parity changes, but of course, the main thing that you need to focus on in this one is foxes. So foxes, you can actually breed these. Now, when you breed them, the fox that you breed trusts you and will kind of defend you. Now, during daytime, foxes will try and find a sheltered space, like for example, underneath trees, and they will fall asleep. Now, I'll place down a couple of these and see if they actually do this, because of course, foxes are nocturnal animals, so we'll place down a couple of these and see if any of them actually go asleep. Also, I want to mention that we do have white Arctic foxes. The white Arctic foxes will, of course, be in like the snowy biomes. We will mess around with that throughout today's video, and I'll show you guys exactly what they look like. So foxes will attack chickens. So if I grab a couple of chickens, I feel sorry for the poor chickens, but hey, that's what they will go for. They will attack the chickens, as you guys can see. He doesn't like those chickens. Poor chickens. And also, if you have fences, so if we grab a couple of fences here and we put chickens inside of the fence. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the fences. Thank you very much. If we put some chickens in the fences, they will actually jump over them. Now, on Bedrock, please move. On Bedrock originally, they had it where foxes could jump 4 high. Now, hey, he can't do it, but I think they jump 2 high now compared to 4 high, but that actually looks quite high. If we make this a little bit higher, right? I'm going to see if it's just 2 that they can get over. A little bit of experimenting here, because I think in the changelog they change it. Now, that might just be in the 1.14 beta, so we'll have to have a little look and see if it is in that. So if we place down a couple more over here, they should and will be able to still jump out, right? Come on, I know you guys, maybe they can't see them the way I'm expecting them to. Maybe I should just let these guys out for a second, right? Go on, get out, and we'll put some chickens inside of there. Right, so we put some chickens inside of here. Are you guys gonna make your way in there? Nope, they're more interested in that chicken. All right, well, we'll just put down a couple more of these and see if they'll attack them. You guys are gonna have to go and do some experimenting if you're interested in chickens. Oh. Nope, he's still more interested in that one. They're not really interested in them ones. Maybe because fences, well, technically, that's not too high, is it? Isn't that like 2.5 high? I think it is like 2.5 high. So that might be the reason why. But anyway, that's foxes for you. So a couple more things I want to go through here is if I put down a couple of things on the floor, the fox will actually pick it up. That includes golden apples. Now, as we know, guys, golden apples will give you effects. So eventually the fox will eat the golden apple and have the golden apple effect. Now they will also pick up swords. So for example, that sword has fire aspect on it. I've given that fire aspect sword to this Mr. Fox here. If we grab ourselves another chicken, whenever a fox kills maybe a chicken, it will actually inflict the fire damage to it as well, being fire aspect. So when he attacks it, come on, dude, you can do it. There you go. So the chicken actually drops cooked food. Now, you breed them using berries. They will eat berries, they will breed, they will produce a baby. That baby is now classed as trusting you. Now, if you really wanted to, you can give the babies things. They will hold anything. They will hold diamonds as well. So we grab ourselves a diamond block. Maybe no, we'll go with a diamond because I think a diamond would look well better. There's a couple of those there. Come on, wrong animal. There you go. So that fox picked up a diamond. He now holds a diamond. They're really cool. You will find them in the taiga biomes, and like I said, they will try and sleep because they will seek shelter during daytime. And as you guys can see, we got ourselves a cute little fox sleeping here and a cute little fox sleeping here. And they actually snore as well. I think that's been introduced to this version from the Java version. Right, there's a lot more that I could show you guys with foxes. I've done dedicated videos on them. Go and check them out. Let's go through the brown mushrooms. So the brown mushrooms, you can't get these the same way you get the red mushrooms. So by default, it's just a mushroom spawn egg. If I type in brown, it's just going to be this. If you type in red, it's not going to be red. It's just classed as the mushroom. Now, whenever you spawn these, doesn't matter how many you spawn, whether you spawn 1 or 1,000, they will always be the red mushrooms. Now, of course, we have the red mushrooms on their head, and this guy over here has the brown mushrooms. Now, the way you obtain these is, of course, you need a trident. Now, the trident must have channeling on it, which is how you summon lightning and thunder within Minecraft, but the weather must be thundering and lightning. Now, something else I've noticed here, guys, is we have a couple of item frames here. I'm just going to pop this, grab the item frame. You can now put item frames on ceilings. You can put them on the floor. You can put them on the ceilings. You can put them this way. You can put them this way. You can physically put them any way you want. That is a new introduction in this version. Now, I am in a savanna biome, which is a biome where it does not rain. However, if I throw this near this brown red mushroom, it will create a brown mushroom. Now, you have to be really careful here because in some cases it will kill them. So the best way to do this is to get a group of them. Come on. Come on. And some of them will change and some of them will probably die, or in this case they will all walk into the fire. So we have this guy here. Now, don't worry, I have myself another mushroom, the brown mushroom over here. And he comes with a couple of different features. So this is where this guy is slightly different compared to the red one. Now, by default, you can grab yourself stew from these. So if I grab myself a bowl, it's going to give me the same one that an ordinary mushroom would give me. As you can see, we have mushroom stew. However, obviously, we have the introduction of suspicious stews. Now, suspicious stews are suspicious. It doesn't matter what flower you use to create this, it will always say suspicious. So this one's giving us jump boost. Now, you only have it for a very, very limited time. So if we drink this again, we have jump boost for 5 seconds. And that's the same regardless of whatever flower you give them. And how this works is literally any flower in Minecraft you see will give you a different outcome. So if we feed a poppy to this guy and then we do this, he's now produced a different suspicious stew. So we have a suspicious stew here and we have this one. Now this suspicious stew is going to give me, from the red poppy, it gives me night vision. It's only for a small limited time. You can also find the suspicious stews in shipwrecks, but if you give them just different flowers, they will give you different stews. So this guy, what's he giving me? He's giving me a different one there. So let's see what this one is. This one is, what are you giving me? This one is fire resistance for a very, very limited time. So yeah, the standard recipe to make suspicious stews, by the way, guys, if we just get rid of all of these, you need a bowl, you still need mushrooms, and you still need the brown mushroom. So both mushrooms here. And then whatever flower. So if you can do this in your own crafting table. We put that inside of there, the bowls, that goes in there, that goes in there, and then the corresponding flower as well. However, it looks like the sunflower doesn't work. I can't remember what they all give me, so you're more than likely going to have to go to the wiki page. But they will offer you something different. Which one have I not tried? Oxeye Daisy. Let's try this one as well. And then I'll go with an orange tulip. Some of them do give the same experience, but it's good to give you something different every now and this one gives me poison. That's not good. What does this one give me? Second one's gonna give me, are they both poison, dude? Man, a whole heap of poison for me. This one gives me regen. So it could be another good thing for like PvP or even the hardcore mode. And this one is giving me weakness. So yep, that's foxes, the brown mushroom. You'll have to get them yourself using a trident, and that's also the suspicious stews, which comes with a brand new achievement. New achievement, time for stew, give someone a suspicious stew, and that rhymes. So I've spelled give wrong there, but if you, I think it's if you give a friend or someone on your realm a suspicious stew, you will then earn this achievement. I can't entirely remember how much gamer score it gives you, so I'm sorry. So we also have the Wither Rose. This was recently introduced as well. You can actually feed these to the brown mushrooms. And when you do get a bowl of, I don't got a bowl, I do got a bowl. If we then milk it, the suspicious stew is going to give me the wither effect, right? Yeah, so we now have the wither effect. So if you really want to start to troll your friends, you could do that. Now, something else with this as well is it will harm mobs. Whenever a mob's anywhere near it, they will also get the wither effect. And obviously, eventually, they will die as well. Because as you guys know, the wither effect will kill you. Now, I'll try and show you guys how to obtain the wither rose towards the end. You need a wither boss. Whenever a wither boss kills chickens, sheep, pigs, or cows, they will drop a wither rose upon death, and they can be used for some really, really good farms. What's this next one? Abandoned villages added. So I was trying to show you guys an abandoned village seed. It's just where there's no villages there, and in some cases, there'll be a couple of cobwebs. In some cases, there'll be zombie villages there as well, but they did introduce abandoned villages in this version. Might take quite some time to find them. Now, we have the introduction of new no block sounds. These are all the corresponding blocks you are going to need in order to check the different sounds. If you go to the wiki, it will explain what each one is, but glowstone, hay bales, emerald block, pumpkin, soul sand, block of iron, bone block, white wool, packed ice. You name it, guys, they will now produce a different sound. So listen carefully, and I'll show you what they sound like. So yeah, they are all the new introduced sounds to the game. If you like to make yourself a different doorbell, you can do that. And if you're a note block user in general, you can come up with some pretty good ideas. And RIP the cow that's died from that. Was it a mushroom? It might have been. Oh yeah, if they do die, I think they just drop beef the way the red ones do as well. We have the introduction of new dead corals, which I thought was a pretty random one. And this was introduced into a late beta in 1.13. So we have dead tube coral, dead brain coral, dead bubble coral, dead fire coral, and we have dead horn coral as well. Yep, they were pretty late introduced, but they're now available in the game. So this feature right here doesn't really matter for me or you if you're just a standard survival player, but if you're a map maker, an add-on creator, then this is going to be something for you. This is a light block. I don't fully know how it still works, but they introduced a light bulb. I think it's just going to give you the ability to light certain areas inside of your map. So yeah, that was introduced. Added game credits. So if you go to your settings, look at my little dude there, by the way. He looks super cool, dude, with his little cape on as well. If you go to settings and you go to profile, we now have credits. Fun fact, guys, they actually removed notch or any reference regarding notch from the credits. But whenever you defeat the Ender Dragon now, this will now pop up, whether you're on iOS, Android, Windows 10, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch. We now have end game credits, so that was introduced to the game. So one of the biggest features introduced to the game was structure blocks. And I want to mention, guys, that this is hidden behind experimental gameplay. In order for this to work for you successfully, you need to enable experimental gameplay. We had the introduction of structure blocks a long time ago, but they weren't really structure blocks, if that makes sense to you guys. But I'm going to show you guys how they work, because they are a pretty cool introduction to the game. I'm going to put it right here. We'll put it right there. So they produce a... well, you know what, guys? We're going to put one to make this easier for today's video. All right, I'll put it right here. It just saves me having to change all the coordinates. I did do an advanced video on this, so if you're interested, feel free to check it out. So when you place it, it will pop up a box like this. Now, by default, it's showing us what we have located. Now, with this, it's trial and error. So if we change this to 10, it's then going to start changing the sizes to how big you want to copy and paste. If you really wanted to, you could take things from the overworld and transfer them to the nether. You can take things from the nether and transfer them to the overworld. So maybe I was happy with doing this, and yeah, obviously it explains what your X, Y, and Z are. Your X is going to be along the bottom, your Y is going to be in the air, and this one's going to be across the other side as well. So just have a little bit of a mess around with them. Now, you have save, load, and 3D export. That's all structure blocks used to be in this version. The ability to transfer them to PC on some website. That's no longer a thing, by the way. I think they got rid of it. It was just a really weird thing introduced to the game. Now, in this one, you can include your entities, yes or no. So, for example, you've seen a cat there. You can remove blocks, and you can save wherever you want to save it. It might be slightly different if you're on iOS or Android. You can show the box outline if you want or not. That is up to you. Now, we're just going to do village in lower cases. Now, if we do this, we're going to save it. So this structure is now saved. Even if I break this structure block, it doesn't matter. This structure is now saved. Now, if I go to a different location, let's say we wanted to put it on top of this tree. I know, really random. We then open this up, and then we then go to load, and we type in village, which is exactly what we wanted to do. We need to figure out how to load this, though. There we go. So if we type in load, as you guys can see, it's now loaded in our structure on the tree. Again, a lot of trial and error. I did make a dedicated video on this. Just type in ECKOSOLDIER structure blocks, and you'll learn a little bit more about this. It's a great introduction to the game. But again, you are going to need to enable the experimental gameplay. Last thing I want to mention, and like I said, guys, this is one of the biggest updates introduced to the game. They fixed over 30 crashes or 30 issues that would crash the game. they fixed tons of performance changes. So your resource packs and behaviors packs reload a lot faster in this version. And big shout out to the community, because if you reported any bugs, they have been fixed. With these three right here, there's over 150 changes and fixes. Now, if I do come across any that are really important, I will make another dedicated video. But again, it's just if you guys want to go and check it out. And last but not least, this update introduced add-ons and scripts. I don't know what version script supports. It might only currently be the Windows 10 version. So if you're on Android or iOS or Xbox or Switch, I'm not entirely sure if scripts are supported on those platforms yet. But scripts are very important to the modding community. And again, if you're interested in add-ons and scripts, go and check them out. Right, let's grab ourselves with that, and I want to show you guys the Arctic foxes. So at this point in the video, I can show you guys the difference. We have an orange fox, but the more you go into a snowy biome, you will have yourself an Arctic fox. And he's actually spawned holding something as well. Now, one of them is interested in chasing fish, and I think it's this one. So if you have fish, the Arctic foxes are more interested in eating fish, and they will chase the fish that are in the rivers. Originally in the beta, the Arctic foxes would actually drown themselves because they were bugged. So you can see the difference between an Arctic fox and a orange regular fox. So these ones are obviously in the snowy biomes. Right, we need to get ourselves a wither, and we need to show you guys how to obtain the wither rose. So while our wither does spawn, let's grab ourselves a cow spawn egg. We'll grab ourselves a pig spawn egg as well. So let's go pig. We'll go with this one, and we'll grab ourselves a sheep spawn egg as well. So whenever a wither now attacks these creatures, because they will, and as we know, they don't like them. Come on, Mr. Wither, you can see us over here. Come on. He doesn't like animals, do you, Wither? I'm not sure why, but he's really weird about it. You can see there, he's killed this dude, and it's dropped a wither, and you can see he's just, I don't know why he's attacking. Oh, he's attacking the horse. That's what he was doing. All right. Well, there's a whole range of different mobs here for you, Mr. Wither, because we want to show you guys. And there you go. You can see it happening. They get hit with the wither effect, and they drop a wither rose, which is right here. So if you're interested in getting some wither roses, let them kill some mobs. He's just incredibly loud. I'm sorry, animals. I am definitely sorry. But guys, lots of cool changes. Let me know in the comment section which your favorite change is. I really like the skin editor. There's so much more potential with this. But this is definitely a smaller skin. It's not just cosmetic. This would definitely give you more advantage in a different game mode. Anyway, have a great day. Stay beautiful. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.